Hey, what's up? Today is March 5th, 2026. I want to talk about staying true to yourself. There was an incident that happened to me recently that reinforced some important lessons that I failed to internalize. There's a few things that I said about a certain coworker, and I haven't seen or spoken to this coworker in months, and they heard down the grapevine from someone else about the things that I said about this person, which weren't particularly positive, even though I never meant to say those things, and there wasn't any malice behind what I was saying. But this person caught wind of it, and they began texting me saying that they were disappointed and basically saying that, now I know why people don't like you. And it hurt to hear that. It hurt to know that I hurt someone else. I engaged in gossip, and I've done that many times. It's something that's commonplace where I work, and in a lot of workplaces, there tends to be gossip. People talking shit about others. And I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed that I've engaged in that. When the reality is, I could care less about, or I couldn't care less about 95% of the people there. As long as you haven't wronged me or disrespected me, it's fine. But time and time again, I found myself engaging in gossip, just talking about other people, because it was the only way I could make conversation with other coworkers. But when the only things you have to talk about are other people or the weather, like, oh, nice day outside today, you're better off not saying anything at all. All right. Like there's nothing good to come from speaking about others in a bad light, complaining about others, or going off what someone else said and regurgitating it. And I'm ashamed of it. I'm ashamed that I've repeatedly done this. And throughout my life, I've found myself saying things that aren't true to myself, true to what I believe in. It's like I've been so used to putting up a front, a facade, trying to be someone else, because I feel like I'm having to compensate for a lack of personality. And this manifested itself in more destructive ways in the past, where I would do favors for people. I would give money to people, essentially buying their friendship. And those friendships never lasted any more than a couple months. Because there's nothing there. There was nothing genuine. There was nothing authentic. I was a people pleaser. And it just left me empty-handed in the end. And the source remained the same, and it's my own loneliness. You can't run away from it. But the worst way to cope with it is being someone you're not. Yeah, it pains me to know that I hurt somebody like that. and I wish I could take it back. But I have to face the consequences of my own actions, my own behavior. Like, you can't just say anything to make conversation. You gotta stay true to who you are. Like, have a filter, right? Like, it's important to have a filter. Like, really question if what you're saying is true to what you believe in, what you value. Is this something you care about? Or are you just saying something because you heard it from someone else? And so I cannot stress the importance of staying true to yourself. Developing confidence in who you are. And it's easier said than done. Of course it is. Like, however, wherever you find it, you need to get to a place where you are comfortable in your own skin. And your self-worth is not hinged upon what other people think of you. Anyways, that's all I gotta say.